Okay guys, I was going to make a quick video kind of outlining some of the modifications I'm making to my fiance's rifle. It's just a standard Bushmaster carbine law enforcement model. It's got mag pull, forward grip on it, the stock, the factory stock, A2 post, A4 flat top, mag pull backup sight, and an aim point patrol optic. Every rifle should have a flashlight attached to it, and the MOE is a good platform that's got the M-lock. I just don't like to put more on her rifle than she needs. I want it very minimalist and light. So I was looking around for a good flashlight mount, and I came across this company. It's called Impact Weapon Components. They make a really trick little mount, and I'm going to go through installing it on her rifle and kind of just show you a little bit about it. It's really nice and high quality, so let's get into it. Alright, started by taking the upper handguard off, or the lower handguard, excuse me. It's easy to take off. You just retract the delta ring and it'll come right off. There's a billion videos of that. Don't need to do that. So let's look at what comes in the kit. This thing is super high quality. The only real complaint I have about it right now, and it's a fault of my own, is there's really no pictures. I'm sure there might be on their website, but I like to try to figure things out on my own. So excuse me if this is incorrect, the installation. Now let's look at the main mount. Look at the machining quality on that. It's super nice. It's got the square mount, so I'm assuming that's for like your Surefire Scout Light that's got kind of those square peg mounts. But the one we're going to be using is the mount that mounts to this upper and lower threaded holes here. But everything's beveled. Everything's rock solid. It's coated nice. They even take attention to detail on the logo. So if you mount it upside down or one way or the other, the mount looks the same on both sides for us OCD people. So, but yeah, that's something they didn't have to do, but they did, and it's nice. So let's get it on the rifle here. Now it comes with, like I said, the instructions aren't all that clear, but I figured it out just playing with it earlier. It comes with a bag of hardware here. So you got your M-lock hardware. This goes behind the handguard, and then you got these little gussets here. Now I assumed these gussets went into this beveled portion here, like so here. It's kind of hard to do on camera, but they set in there, and that will interface with these slots because they seem to fit perfectly in those slots like so. So it kind of indexes it and keeps it from twisting, because this beveled piece kind of sets inside there. And that's my take on how it's supposed to be done. If it's supposed to be done differently, I must have misunderstood, but that's my best take on it. So what we'll do, it's kind of tricky to get it started, and excuse me if I'm bumping you around, it's kind of hard to do on camera. So what you'll do is you have a set of screws here. Whoops. Throw that on the floor real quick. And these are beveled to match the matching bevel on the other side. So you'll kind of install them like so. Just stick them into the mount, and then you kind of gotta dump them over into it so they don't fall out. real quick. Okay, and then we're gonna just, you know, drop them in and index them into those slots. You can see, you know, it mounts up, you know, it indexes in there fairly well, and it tightens up even more when we get the screws in it. And then what you're gonna do is always take and put a screw in it. And then you're gonna take one of your M-lock tabs and come in behind the receiver and just, or the handguard, and then you're gonna find the screw and kind of gonna have to play with it to get it lined up. Nice thing is, it also comes with Allen wrenches. a lot of companies just don't give you a little Allen wrench. You know, sometimes you don't want to hunt through your, you know, your tool chest to just do a simple job like this, and that's pretty nice they do that. So I found the hole on that one. You just got to play with it. If you drop it, it'll just fall right out. It won't get caught or anything. Set that screw, start the next one, fumble around, find the hole. Okay, there it is. And the tabs will, you know, set long ways with the rifle. Okay, so tighten those up, and it's rock solid, just a little bit finger tight. The only flex is the handguard itself. That mounts in there really nicely. Always remember to index everything forward on your rail. The recoil forces will loosen things if you have them set to the reverse side. The recoil will reset things reverse, so you want to push everything on your M-lock or your key mod forward. That's why key mod, the short side is forward, so it tightens with recoil instead of loosens. Just a little tip there. Okay, and now that's on, we'll work on mounting the light to the mount. Okay, so on the top and the bottom there's a threaded hole. This is where your mount is going to, or the flashlight mount itself is actually going to connect. And this is got a hole top and bottom, so it's going to index onto this mount like so. Let's see if you can see that a little better here. It's going to index into it like so. Sorry, I'm jumbling a bunch of stuff around. And then your flashlight will slide into that, and it's compressible, so as you tighten it, it will tighten the mount down, or tighten the flashlight down in the mount nice and tight. And they give you two same size screws, and a long and two shorts. The two shorts are the same size. I'm not sure what that's for, but I use the long and the short. The flashlight we will be mounting in here is the Surefire P2X. And I have this mounted on my other rifle, and so far it's held up to the recoil just fine. It's not a weapon light, it's a tactical light, but they're built to the, you know, same specification as the weapon lights, and I know a lot of guys that use the flashlights as weapon lights, and they do just fine, because Surefire is really good stuff. Okay, so we'll slide the mount on there like so. You just slide it over the light. They make different sizes. If you go to their website, they make all kinds of different of these mount sizes. This is a 1-inch flashlight, so you can see here they mark it 1 inch, which is pretty nice. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take it and line it up with those two holes that I showed you earlier. Get you on camera here, sorry. And then you're just going to tighten them up in those holes. find them first. Excuse me, it's kind of dark in this little area I'm working in here. It didn't help, I blinded myself with the flashlight a second ago. Okay, so you'll find that hole and you'll get it started. You're probably supposed to mount this on the rail section before you mount it on the firearm itself, but that's okay. It started. Just don't cross thread it. And then you have another one up top. And you start it. And thread it in. I'll come back with some thread lock on these screws later. That way they don't fall out with recoil. I'm just putting it on finger tight for now, so you can get the idea. I just kind of wanted to show off the mount. But yeah, there she is. It's mounted. It's a really nice, robust mount. Get you in focus here real quick. Here we go. Really low profile. Sorry if it's dark and you can't get a lot of detail. You can see where it mounts into the M-lock. The only flex this thing has really is the flex from the plastic handguard, but it's rock solid. The light's in there nice and tight. You can actuate it. You know, when you're holding the rifle, you actuate it with your thumb. But yeah, I just that's a nice minimalist mount. There's no extra pick rail or anything that you have to deal with, because you can buy a Picatinny rail and then get like a 12 o'clock mount for it. And this one you can flip it upside down or vice versa on each side. It's interchangeable. You can move it forward or back on the rail, move that forward or back in the mount. So it's pretty versatile, but if you're looking for just a minimalist mount and you don't want a bunch of pick rail on your gun, which she doesn't, and she wants it as light as possible, that's a good option for you. But Impact Weapon Components, you guys rock, make a good product. And I'm going to use it from now on as a flashlight mount on anything that's got M-lock for sure. I won't use a pick rail on a mount anymore. That's a really nice mount. But I figured I'd show you guys that. Not a lot of people, I don't think's got a video up about it. Another member's got a video installing it. But yeah, we'll get it out. This is going to be in Reed Hendricks Valor Ridge class in October. So we'll see how the mount and the light and the rifle and the whole 9 yards ends up at the end of that, and I'll give you an update around October. But I'm fairly confident that it's going to do just fine. So Impact Weapons Components, go ahead and get you a mount. If you want a minimalist mount for your M-lock stuff, I'm sure it'll work on the AKs. Anything with M-lock on it, it'll maybe even some other handguards, but work great on this rifle, and she likes it. So, peace out. Good shot.